right, fellas, listen closely because what I'm about to share is the difference between being the man who hesitates and the man who moves with certainty. There's a language out there that most men never even realize exists. A language women speak without ever parting their lips. It's not written down, it's not spelled out in bold letters, and it's not something she'll post on social media. It's a language of signals. Not spoken, but shown. See, a woman will rarely tell you directly when she's attracted to you, especially in those moments when desire is starting to build. She won't walk up and announce, "I want you right now." That's not how attraction works for her. Instead, her body talks, her actions talk, her subtle shifts in behavior talk, and if you're tuned in, you can hear it as clearly as if she'd whispered it in your ear. But here's the twist, she's not gonna just leap into your arms without warning. Attraction doesn't erupt instantly. It builds, layer by layer, moment by moment. Each little gesture drawing you closer, each one revealing more than the last if you have the awareness to notice. And that's where most men fail. They assume that if she doesn't say it outright, it isn't there. They wait for verbal confirmation, and while they're waiting, their moment passes. Not anymore. Because by the time we reach sign number 1 in this breakdown, you'll know without a doubt when she's not just interested, but when she's silently telling you she's ready for you to make your move. So buckle up. Let's start with number 10. The first of many small, deliberate invitations you might be missing. Number 10. She places her hand near yours. An invitation without words. This is one of those gestures most men completely overlook because it's so subtle. But trust me, it's intentional. She's not going to outright grab your hand. That would feel too forward, too risky. Instead, she positions herself in a way that makes touching you easy. She creates the opportunity. Picture this. You're sitting across from each other at a cafe. You're mid-conversation. Without interrupting the flow of words, she sets her hand down on the table, not right next to yours, but close enough for you to notice the space closing. Or maybe you're walking side by side. Her fingers brush against yours once, then again. This time it's not a fleeting accident. It's just a fraction longer, a little more deliberate, soft, and measured. Here's the psychology. Women are hyper-aware of personal space, especially around men. If she's allowing herself into your space and making it easy for you to close the gap, it's not a coincidence. That's a calculated move. It's a low-risk test. She's saying, here's your chance. What are you going to do with it? And here's how to handle it like a grounded, stoic man. Don't jump in like you've been starving for touch. Instead, mirror her subtlety. Lightly graze your fingers against hers. Don't linger too long, just enough to make it intentional. Then keep talking like nothing happened. If she doesn't pull her hand away, if she keeps it there, or even repositions closer, congratulations, you've just passed her first unspoken test. Number 9, she sits closer than necessary. Her body chooses you. When a woman isn't interested, her body creates distance automatically, and she won't even be aware she's doing it. She'll angle her legs toward an exit, keep her torso slightly turned away, and position herself just outside of easy reach. But when she is interested, something shifts. Even in a room full of people, she finds a way to close the gap. That open space between you, she erases it. If there's an empty chair right next to you, she'll choose it. If you're standing in a group, she'll drift closer until your shoulders nearly brush. And here's the key. She didn't have to sit or stand there. She chose to. This isn't about convenience, it's about proximity. When she likes you, being closer to you feels good. It feels safe. It feeds the attraction. Now, here's your test. While you're sitting, shift slightly, maybe lean back or change your position just a bit. If she subtly adjusts her own position to match yours or even closes the distance again, that's her body chasing yours. This isn't random. It's a silent declaration. I like being close to you. I want to feel you near me. Number 8, she touches her collarbone or necklace while looking at you. This one is elegant, almost cinematic, and yet deeply primal. A woman knows exactly how to draw a man's eyes without making it feel forced. The neck, the collarbone, the curve of the upper chest, these are some of the most sensual and vulnerable areas of her body. When she's into you, she'll highlight them in subtle ways. Maybe she's talking, laughing, and mid-sentence her fingers graze her collarbone. Or she starts absent-mindedly playing with a necklace, sliding it along her skin, tracing her neckline. It might look casual, but biologically, it's anything but random. In the animal kingdom, female creatures display their beauty by subtly highlighting features that signal health, vitality, and femininity. Human women do it too, just with more style. Here's the deeper layer. If she catches your gaze dropping to her neck and doesn't stop, even tilts her head slightly to expose more, that's not coincidence. That's permission. What should you do? Don't ogle. Keep your gaze confident but controlled. Let her feel that you noticed. This exchange is not about words. It's about tension. Number 7, she gently bites or plays with her lip. This sign slips past most men because they think it's just habit, but in reality, it's one of the clearest primal cues. When a woman is physically attracted, her lips become more sensitive due to increased blood flow. She becomes more aware of them, and without realizing it, she might graze her teeth across her bottom lip, run her tongue slowly over it, or lightly bite the corner. This isn't about keeping her lips moist. It's about subconscious focus. Her mind is on you. Here's how you can test this. Hold steady eye contact. Let a small pause hang in the air between words. Drop your voice slightly. If she reacts by biting or licking her lip right then, that's her nervous system responding to you on a deeper level. This is not just playful flirting, this is arousal bubbling up in real time. Number 6, she lowers her voice when you're alone. Most men completely miss this because they're focused on what she's saying instead of how she's saying it. In a group, she may be lively, laughing loudly, her tone playful and open. But the second you two are alone, something shifts. Her voice softens, her pace slows, her volume drops just slightly. This is her creating intimacy. She's building a bubble just for the two of you, even if you're standing in a noisy crowd. From a biological standpoint, this is her body's way of signaling trust and attraction. Relaxed vocal cords, slower breathing, these are physical signs she feels safe enough to let down her guard. Pay attention. Compare the way she talks to others with how she talks to you. If you notice that difference, you're not just another guy in the room, you're the one she's tuned into. Number 5, she brushes her hand lightly against your chest or shoulder. This is where she crosses the touch barrier, and once she does, the entire dynamic changes. Touch for a woman isn't casual, it's selective, it's intentional. She won't touch a man she feels nothing for. So if she playfully taps your arm after a joke, fixes your shirt collar, or rests her hand on your shoulder while making a point, she's sending a very clear message. I feel safe with you. I want to be closer. Here's the trick. She'll make it seem like it just happened. Casual. Harmless. But that's by design. She's testing the waters, gauging your reaction, without risking too much vulnerability. What she's really doing is offering you an invitation. She wants to see if you'll freeze, pull away, or lean in. If you match her energy, maybe by letting your hand graze hers briefly, she'll register that you're in sync. Psychologically, this is her first step into the physical space that only lovers share. Pass this test, and she'll feel more comfortable escalating. Fail it, and she may retreat. Number 4, she bites or licks her lips more than usual. Yes, we touched on lip biting before, but when it happens repeatedly, it's no longer just a reaction. It's deliberate. Think about it. The lips are one of the most noticeable features on the human face. When a woman repeatedly draws attention to hers in your presence, biting, licking, or parting them slightly, she's practically painting a neon sign that says, "Think about kissing me." It's primal. It's hardwired. And it's not something she does for just anyone. Want to confirm? Hold her gaze for just a second longer than usual, let the silence hang for a beat, and watch. If her mouth responds, a bite, a lick, a subtle smile, that's your cue that the chemistry is real and alive. Number 3, she fidgets with or adjusts her clothes. You've seen this before. She smooths her skirt, tugs at her top, runs her hands along her thighs, or readjusts her neckline. Men often misread this as insecurity or self-consciousness, but in attraction psychology, it's actually a preparation ritual. Her adrenaline is up, her nerves are firing, and she's unconsciously making sure she looks her best in your eyes. The giveaway? She does it right after you make eye contact or say something that affects her. You compliment her, she laughs, and suddenly she's fixing her hair, straightening her clothes, or repositioning her body. This isn't about vanity, it's about presentation. It's her way of silently saying, "Notice me at my best." Number 2, she blushes or gets flustered when you compliment her. You can't fake a blush. It's pure biology. When you compliment a woman you truly attract, her body's sympathetic nervous system triggers a flush of blood to the surface of her skin. Her cheeks warm, her pulse quickens, her breathing changes. Maybe she laughs nervously, glances away, tucks her hair behind her ear. She might fidget, bite her lip, or stumble over her words. These are the physical signs of being caught off guard in a good way. You've hit her on an emotional and feminine level. The right compliment doesn't just make her feel good, it makes her imagine more. That's why you don't rush past it. Give the compliment. Pause. Let it hang. Let her feel it. Number 1, she moves her hair away from her neck and exposes it fully. This is the crown jewel of attraction signals. Ancient, primal, and loaded with meaning. The neck is one of the most sensitive, vulnerable, and intimate areas of the body. It's where instinct meets trust. In nature, exposing the neck is a sign of openness and submission. Not in a weak way, but in a deeply sensual, "I feel safe with you" way. So when she deliberately sweeps her hair to one side, tucks it behind her ear, or tilts her head to bare her neck while maintaining eye contact, she's revealing more than skin. She's revealing trust, comfort, and readiness for deeper connection. And here's the thing, she may not even consciously realize she's doing it, but her body does. When you see this, don't lunge or rush. Hold your frame, lower your voice, let your presence fill the space. If she holds that openness without moving away, maybe even smiles or bites her lip, you're not just in her space, you're in her thoughts. These aren't tricks or games. They're timeless, biological, and psychological signals of interest, refined over thousands of years of human courtship. When you recognize them, you stop guessing, you stop hesitating, you move with confidence, not confusion. And the best part? Once you see more than one of these signs in the same interaction, you can be sure she's not just interested, she's waiting for you to lead. Got it? You want me to finish this script completely with a strong living stoic close, so it doesn't just stop at sign number 1, but leaves your audience with a lasting impression, call to action, and philosophical weight. Here's the conclusion in full. These signs, fellas, are not accidents. They are not coincidences. They are biological codes written into the way women express attraction without risking too much vulnerability. If you've seen more than one of these signals in a short span of time, you're not imagining it. She's not just interested, she's inviting you. She's waiting for you to notice, to step forward with clarity and confidence. But here's where most men blow it. They either freeze because they're unsure, or they overreact and lose the subtlety. The art is in moving with calm certainty, not rushing, not second-guessing, not turning the moment into a performance. Because attraction, real attraction, is a dance. And in this dance, she leads with small signals, but she's looking to see if you'll take the next step. This is where Living Stoic comes in. Our motto is living by inner law, which means you move from your own grounded strength, not from desperation, approval-seeking, or fear of missing out. You're not chasing validation. You're not scrambling for attention. You're simply reading the truth that's right in front of you and responding with quiet, deliberate confidence. So the next time you see her hand brush yours, her seat slide closer, her eyes linger on you while she touches her collarbone, don't overthink. Don't ask yourself if it's real. Read it, trust it, and lead from a place of calm, masculine presence. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Which of these signs have you noticed before? Did you act on them, or did the moment pass? Your stories help other men see the patterns too. And if you found value here, hit that like button, subscribe, and watch the next video. Because in it, we'll break down how to trigger a woman's desire without saying a single word. Until next time, read the signs, trust the moment, live by your inner law.